So I think there's a couple ways that it anchors in. Part of it, I think, goes back to that stone soup story about having all of the different things that go into the pot, right? And like things that you don't necessarily like think that you have to give, right? Right? Because you're hoarding or like squirreling away like a squirrel, like putting their nuts everywhere. Um, but then when you bring it together, it feeds,
Mhm.
right? But for me, like on a very practical, tactile, non I hate the word woo. Like I hate that word so much, but I don't know what other word to use that speaks to like common parlance. So I'm going to use it even though I hate it. Um like in a very tactile, practical way, taking my kitchen scraps out to my compost and like putting the stuff into the compost and seeing what comes out. I planted like native plants in my very small townhouse, like suburbia yard, and have all these signs up because in the state that I live in, HOAs can't go after native gardens. Like there were some really moneyed people who fought that fight and for like 7 years and won that right, like built into our state legislature. And so I have all of these plants outside now, and I have um a younger relative who is staying with me, and we'll go out and we will like talk about the plants and what's edible, and kind of like the properties of the plants and noticing like what's happening in the dirt
Mhm.
and the bugs or the ants. Lots of ants right now, like seasonally, lots of ants. Um, because my yard is like 3 years, I'm on the third year of this switch to the native and perennials. Watching like the different bees come for the different pollens and flowers, or a few years ago, I got a bench as a gift, like a little metal bench that kind of glides. So, like sitting out there at night, um, but it's very tactile, right? For me, um, I don't get to go walk in the places where there's, like, water or trees as much as I'd like to right now, but that space outside, and for me, the space in the front and having, like, the water for the animals and the bird feeders, and I have some pinwheels, is really about, like, honoring the natural space around and saying, like, "Yes, this is my space, but let's make it something that is nourishing all of the different species that I'm sharing this space with," right?
Mhm.
Um